Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is the Seaver College of Science and Engineering open house for spring 2025. Can you all hear us okay? Perfect. Thank you so much. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and get started so that we can make use of all of our time together here. My name is Eunice. I serve as the Associate Director for our Seaver graduate programs. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope that this session is informative for you, and depending on where you are in your graduate journey, that the information here is useful and that you can tend to any questions that you may have about the application process and the programs. Here with me today, we also have our Seaver faculty, so I'll have them introduce themselves and share the program that they're representing. Towards the end of our time here together today, you'll get a chance to go into breakout rooms and ask any specific questions that you may have for them directly. So without further ado, I'm going to kick us off with Professor Jay Shu, who is our department chair for our computer engineering program, electrical engineering, and systems engineering.
Hi, thank you, Eunice. And hi, everyone. My name is Jie Xu. I'm the chair of electrical and computer engineering. So just like Eunice said, we have three graduate programs in the department: electrical, computer, and the systems engineering. So I'd be happy to answer any of the questions that you might have later on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Up next, Professor Joe Weber.
Hi, my name's Joe Weber. I am the chair of the Civil and Environmental Engineering Department. Now, this department covers both the Civil Engineering Master's Program and also the Environmental Science Master's Program. It's nice to meet you all.
Thank you very much. Up next, Professor John D. Dionisio.
Yes, hello. I'm Dr. Janisha. I'm department chair of computer science and also a professor of computer science. Welcome.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next, Dr. David Kwam.
Hey, everybody. I'm David Kwam. I'm the director of the Healthcare Systems Engineering Master's Program. We have both master's and certificate programs in healthcare systems engineering. So welcome. Nice to see you all.
Thank you very much. Next, Dr. Matt Siniowski.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Matt Sanowski, chair of the Mechanical Engineering Department, and I'm representing our graduate program in mechanical engineering as well as our certificate in additive manufacturing.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And I have my colleague Farah here with me as well. I'll have her introduce herself.
Hi, welcome. My name is Farah Karwala. I work with Eunice to support the graduate programs here at Seaver College. So welcome.
Excellent. So as I begin sharing my screen, so we can go through all of the information regarding the admission process into our programs, I'd also love to hear from you who are here today with us. If you'd like to share via the chat feature the program that you're interested in, that'll help us know who's in the room here with us today. And that way we can also be prepared to break you out into the proper room. So if you have the chance, please share via the chat feature which program you're interested in, and that way we'll be sure to connect you with the appropriate faculty member right after. Thanks everyone for joining. So we'll go ahead and get started with a brief introduction of LMU. If you're not familiar with Loyola Marymount University, we're in Los Angeles, California, and our mission statement is the encouragement of learning, the education of the whole person, the service of faith, and the promotion of justice. In terms of enrollment, we have 10,000 students total with an undergraduate population of 7,094 students. We also have a graduate population of 1,828 students, which includes our Seaver graduate program students. And as you may know, we also have a law school, which has a population of 1,078 students. In terms of our campus locations, we have three different campus locations, with our main campus being our Westchester campus. Our Westchester campus is home to our Seaver graduate programs in science and engineering. So the programs that will be hearing about today are part of the main campus. We also have our downtown campus, which is home to our Loyola Law School. And our third edition is our Playa Vista campus, which is home to our School of Film and Television, as well as our business analytics program. With that said, if you're not familiar geographically with where LMU is, here is a helpful map that helps you distinguish where in Los Angeles we are. So for our civil and environmental science students, we're very near to the ocean. Also, there's wetlands about 2 miles away from campus. For our students interested in healthcare systems engineering, we're surrounded by very prominent hospitals in the LA area. And of course, for our computer science and aerospace students, we're also very close to the aerospace industry in El Segundo. And to the other side, we have Silicon Beach with offices like Google just 2 miles away from us. So if you have an interest in geographically knowing where LMU is located, definitely know that we try to make use of our location and strategize as much as possible so that you have a fruitful graduate experience with us. A little more about LMU. Like I mentioned, we're in the city of Westchester, California, at the intersection of aerospace, healthcare, and technology industries. Coming back to campus, we have 8 different colleges with over 50 graduate programs. You'll be hearing about the Seaver graduate programs in science and engineering today. And we hope that as you are searching for your graduate program, you take advantage not only of the class experiences that you'll have through any of the offerings that we offer, but that you also take advantage of outside support systems like our career and professional development office or research opportunities that may be afforded to you through the faculty here at LMU. Okay, I see in the chat there's a lot of different interest in computer science, mechanical, civil engineering, environmental science. So we'll be sure to connect you with the appropriate faculty towards the end, but we'll be reviewing all admission program requirements for each of our offerings in just a few seconds here. A little more about our graduate program demographics. We have a current graduate enrollment of 152 students and an average graduate class size of about 13 students to a graduate class. So if you're looking for a graduate program that hosts intimate settings with faculty leading all of our courses, where you also will have opportunities to network with your classmates and our faculty, definitely know that our Seaver programs foster that type of working and educational environment, and we hope that you decide to apply and join us very soon. We also have full-time and part-time enrollment options depending on your specific needs. If you have a daytime job and you're looking for an evening program, we do welcome full-time and part-time enrollment options for working professionals. If you are a student who is getting ready to join their graduate program and has the flexibility of enrolling at a full-time status, we also are able to accommodate for that type of scheduling. Now on the screen here, you get to see the different programs that we offer here at Seaver College. We have a master's in civil engineering, computer engineering, environmental science, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and computer science. All of these are in-person programs where students will be required to attend class time here on campus. We also have our master's in healthcare systems engineering, which is a hybrid program where some courses will be taught in person and some courses will be offered online. And we also have our master's in systems engineering, which is fully 100% online. Lastly, we also have a Master of Arts in teaching mathematics. This is a hybrid option for anyone here who may be interested today. Generally speaking, the following points will be true for all of our programs. We have a GPA minimum requirement of 3.0 or higher during the admission process. The GRE is optional and not required during the admission process. If you have a GRE score that you'd like to submit along with the admission application, you're welcome to do so, but we do not require GRE testing scores. All of our programs are 30 units worth and designed for either working professionals or full-time students. All of our classes will be taught in the evening time, so they can very much allow for students to hold their daytime job and still make it to campus to be part of class time. We have practice-oriented courses that are taught by recognized faculty and industry experts, and all programs have a thesis option if you have an interest of eventually pursuing a PhD program. Otherwise, we also offer capstone projects at the master level. All of our programs will also count with personalized faculty advisement, where you'll get to work with the faculty to select courses, make sure that you are doing well in these courses, and that you're leveraging all the opportunities available during your graduate experience with us. Lastly, our programs typically are completed in about 2 years, but we do offer options for programs to be completed in 1.5 years or longer as well if you needed more time to take courses throughout 2.5 to 3 years. All of those are accommodations that we can work with, and your faculty advisor will be able to identify the best option for you. Okay, so with that said, we're going to jump into our civil engineering program and review the admission requirements for it. Our civil engineering program positions working professionals and graduates to gain a deeper understanding of principles required to solve environmental problems and manage infrastructure's resources for future generations. For those of you here today who are interested in applying to our civil engineering program, we will be looking for applicants who present a Bachelor's of Science or a Bachelor's of Science in Engineering and have also completed the following courses. We're looking for at least one college level course in general chemistry, one college level course in calculus, 4 college courses in life and physical science, such as chemistry, environmental science, or physics. We'll also be requesting 2 letters of recommendation. And the last requirement is a personal statement where you explain how the civil engineering program fits into your career development. For those of you here who are interested in seeking admission into our civil engineering program, this program welcomes applications for all of our entry terms. We will be going over deadlines in just a few moments, but if you are interested in civil engineering, do know that we welcome applicants into fall, spring, summer 1, and summer 2 entry terms. Our civil program also has emphasis that you get to select from during the application process, one of them being our environmental engineering focus area and the other being our water resources engineering focus area. If you have any questions about our civil program, you are welcome to use the chat feature. You can also raise your hand and we'll answer the questions as we go. But on this next slide here, you get to see a sample of what our civil engineering courses look like depending on the focus area that you select. On the left side, you get to see our environmental engineering emphasis with the required courses. And on the right side, you get to see the water resources engineering emphasis along with the required courses dedicated to that specific area. Any questions about our civil program? Nathan, I think you shared you were interested in our civil program. Do you have any questions we can answer for you?
No, I don't have any questions yet. Thank you.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you so much. We're going to move into our next offering, which is our environmental science program. This program is a career-enhancing program that instructs students the most advanced and sustainable approaches to protect, improve, and manage environmental quality in urban and natural settings, both at a local and global scale. If you're interested in seeking admission into our environmental science program, we ask that applicants present a Bachelor's of Science degree and have successfully completed the following courses. We're looking for at least one college course in calculus, one college level course in general chemistry. We're looking for 4 total life and physical science courses, which can include courses in biology, chemistry, environmental science, or physics. We'll also be requesting 2 letters of recommendation. And the last request is a personal statement where you explain how the environmental science program fits into your career development. This program welcomes applicants into all 4 entry terms as well, which would be fall, spring, summer 1, and summer 2. And one additional thing to note about our environmental science program is that students who may be interested in this program and do not currently have a Bachelor's of Science at the undergraduate level, they may be considered for admission if the above coursework has been completed. This is on a case-by-case basis, and the admissions committee will get to determine determine the feasibility of the admission. And we also want to make sure that you would do well in the program. So contingent on those things, if you are here today interested in environmental science but do not currently have a bachelor's of science, we definitely still encourage you to apply and reach out to us if you have any specific questions related to your major, and we'll be here to assist you as well. I do know that there were a few of you who were interested in environmental science: Stephen, Emily, Sarah. So if you have any questions, let us know at this point for environmental science admission requirements. But before we move into a sample of what the courses for EnviSci are, one thing to note about our environmental science program here at LMU is that current students who present a non-engineering undergraduate degree who are pursuing the master's in environmental science may be admissible into the master's in civil engineering, so long as they pass the fundamentals of engineering exam or hold a valid professional engineering license and are in good academic standing in their environmental science program. So this is an option that is exclusively available for our environmental science students to consider switching into our civil engineering program. So long as those things are in place, we can definitely work with you to identify if this is a viable option for you. Any questions about environmental science?
Yes, I have a question. Could you go back to the previous slide?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, with switching, is there a time frame for which students would have to if they wanted to switch, if they were admitted into the MS in environmental science and they wanted to switch to the civil engineering program, or is there like a timeline for which they have to do that if they wanted to?
We need to make sure that you are in good academic standing at LMU already, but I'm also going to have Dr. Webo chime in as well.
Yeah, so the best way to do this is if you are interested, let us know early because that could impact the courses that you would take, just to make sure it aligns with the civil engineering curriculum. And then we would require you to successfully complete the fundamentals of engineering exam to obtain your engineering training license. But once you do that, and as long as the courses match up, it's typically pretty seamless.
Thank you. One
Okay,
other
thank you.
question I have, Dr. Weber, is related to the fundamentals of engineering exam. Is it are there timeframes where the exam is offered that a student should keep in mind, and how difficult is it to pass the exam on the first run?
In terms of availability of the test, the test is available all year. It's run as a national exam through NCES. It's taken at testing centers. So you just kind of schedule that at a testing center and do it that way. In terms of successful completion, it really just depends on your background and how prepared you are. And that's something that we would be happy to kind of point you in the right direction in terms of things to help you prepare for that exam. Obviously, things in the program could help you prepare, but it is an exam that's usually intended for, say, undergraduates in engineering programs of those levels, and there's kind of sub exams there. So you would pick the one that kind of best suits you, and then in your background, and then study towards make sure you get those topics covered when you're studying, and then that you're prepared for it and take it that way.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Emily, I see that you have your hand up as well.
Yes, hi. This is a really general question, so I'm not sure if this is the right time to ask, but I was just wondering how much field work or laboratory work is involved in this degree.
So
The environmental science?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, the
Okay.
environmental science degree. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a number of courses in our environmental science program and that do require lab work and some field lab work that's there. I think I'd have to go back and look exactly which courses there are, but I think many of them are electives. So you kind of have as many opportunities as are available presented to you. There are some, I think there's one required course that has lab, if I'm not mistaken, but really it just depends on what's available at that time and what the interests are.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
you so
Another
much.
opportunity on that, sorry to interrupt, but Emily, is a number of our faculty do field lab uh, experiments for research, and that brings up the opportunity for research also, if that's what you're interested in.
Excellent. Thank you so much. On the next slide here, you get to see a list of the required courses for all of our environmental science students, including sustainable water quality and resources, aquatic chemistry, applied environmental microbiology, as well as the non-thesis students, oral exam, or the thesis students thesis defense class. And then on the right side of the screen, you get to see some of the example elective courses that would help comprise the rest of the 30 units for the specific environmental science program here. Okay, up next we have our mechanical engineering program. This program offers a unique and multidisciplinary approach by leveraging our proximity to Silicon Beach and the aerospace defense industry, and offering an industry-focused professional development to support new engineers in the field and engineering professionals seeking to enhance their career trajectories. If you're interested in seeking admission into our mechanical engineering program, we request that applicants present a Bachelor's of Science or an undergraduate engineering degree, which shall also include at least the following courses. We're looking for one course in general chemistry, 4 total courses in mathematics, including Calculus 1, Calculus 2, Calculus 3, and ordinary differential equations. We'll also be requesting 2 letters of recommendation. And the last requirement is a personal statement where you explain how the mechanical engineering program fits into your career development. Our mechanical engineering program welcomes applicants into all of our entry terms, and with those being fall, spring, summer 1, and summer 2. Now, our mechanical engineering program also offers on-campus lab facilities that our students would be able to take advantage of, including our rapid prototyping lab, as well as our materials science lab. I know that there is someone here today who's interested in mechanical. Erin, Areen, do you have any questions about our admission requirements for our mechanical program?
Oh, ma'am, thank you.
Okay. Stephen, yes, you have a question?
Yes, and this is more about the general program. Are there any recency requirements for courses taken?
Any recency?
Yes, so like you know, there are some courses, or I'm sorry, there's some programs where if you take a course, let's say you take it, 5 years ago, you would have to retake it when they with what do you call it, when you apply to their program. So that's what I mean. Like, is there any recency are there any recency requirements? I think that's what it's called. I believe it's called
Are you talking about the undergraduate
Yeah.
background, or
Yes,
are you
yes,
talking?
undergrad.
Okay,
Yes, I'm sorry. I meant
Understood.
for undergraduate. Yes.
that's okay.
Mm.
So for undergraduate, no.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
As long as you have obtained the undergraduate degree, that's what matters.
Okay.
Mhm. If there were to be a need for additional courses to be taken, we would notify you during the admission process, but more often than not, we will take a look at what has already been completed and that the degree has been conferred.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Awesome. Up next, we have our computer science program. This program features interdisciplinary curricula built on principles of the open source culture, computing on multiple platforms and software development, and exposure to operating systems across devices. For those of you here today who are interested in seeking admission into our computer science program, we request that applicants hold a bachelor's degree in either computer science, mathematics, or other closely related fields, as well as the following courses to be available on your transcript. We're looking for course equivalents or specific courses in computer programming, data structures and applications, computer systems organization, and at least one of the following courses as well, either a course in microprocessors and microcontroller systems, operating systems, or databases. In addition to the major requirements and the course requirements, we'll also be requesting a personal statement where you explain how the computer science program fits into your career development. And the last two requirements are optional for computer science, with those being the 2 letters of recommendation and a resume. Our computer science program also welcomes applicants into all of our entry terms, fall, spring, summer 1, and summer 2. Now, once students have been admitted into the computer science program, there will be required courses that all students will be registering for, with those being computability and complexity, as well as programming language semantics, and the last course being your capstone project or your thesis project. The rest of the courses to get to the 30 units would be comprised of elective courses, which can include courses in the following areas. We have courses dedicated to databases, courses related to artificial intelligence, data science, and machine learning, and we also have courses in cybersecurity, to name a few. I know that there are a few of you who are interested in computer science. If you have any questions for us, we will be happy to answer those while we're in the computer science lab. Armand, did you have any questions?
Yes, I had one. So if we've completed some of our courses related to the elective course areas, are we allowed to apply those to our master's program? Or do I have to retake the courses again?
You completed elective courses in those areas in undergrad,
Or if I've completed like one of them, for example.
but during your undergraduate degree,
Yeah, during my
yes?
undergrad.
Yes, no, all the 30 units that you'll complete for the program will be taken as a graduate student at LMU.
Okay, thank you.
But if you've taken a course in undergrad, you would have to take a different course. So there's no repetition of subject matter allowed,
Okay, thank you.
if that helps answer the
Hello.
question too.
Hello.
Yes?
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Are you there?
Yes, we can hear you.
My name is Hans Takur. I I'm a I graduated from the University of the District of Columbia 5 years ago before COVID. And I'm currently interested. I may be interested in grad school later on, but first, before I do that, I have a question. Uh, uh, are you allowed to are you allowed to take at least one class before declaring a major? Like, let's say I am a grad in electrical and computer engineering, and then later on, just considering just taking one class, but not as a non-degree student.
You are allowed to apply for non-degree student status to take a course separately, but that would not be part of your graduate degree program then.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be
I under-
considered as pursuing the graduate degree
uh,
here
uh,
at LMU specifically.
I'm considering just one class, but first, this is how I'm doing. I would plan the grad plan. First, I'll just take one class at a time, and if I'm up for it, I'll take another class, and if I'm up for it again, I'll declare the major. I'll declare the major because I don't
Yeah.
consider. Yeah, that's how I'm going about doing it. And but furthermore, if I hesitate, it just takes me a long time to clarify my thoughts due to my disability. I came from the Disability Center when I was at the University of the District of Columbia, and I got special accommodations like extended time on exams, and also open book, open notes if the class allows it. Yeah,
We do have a disability student, DSS. I might not be saying the name of the office perfectly, but Disability Support Services
yeah,
Office for
yeah,
students.
yeah,
And so,
yeah,
same thing here. If you were to take classes, you would work with their office to see what support services are available
yeah,
for
yeah.
you or any other student. Yeah.
As far as uh, I don't plan on applying for a grad program, but but just yet. But if I do plan for going to grad school, I would I would just take one class at a time before and if I was up and if I was up for it, I I would reconsider it.
We can probably work on your case a little separately, one-on-one, just to kind of talk through it. Um, and there's time for breakout rooms after Eunice is done going through the rest of her presentation, so we can definitely
Yeah,
talk to
because
you then about
yeah,
your specific
excuse
case.
me, excuse me
No, we
for
can
taking
answer all of those questions and provide more
Yeah.
details.
excuse me for taking so long. It just takes me a long time to clarify my thoughts when I talk and ask
No
No,
questions.
this is a time. We'll be happy
Yeah.
to talk more thoroughly through your interest and provide you with some next steps once we get into that breakout room session.
Okay, I'll talk to you during the breakout room
Mhm.
session.
Excellent. Awesome. Our next program that we'll review admission requirements for is our computer engineering program. This program is designed to provide theoretical knowledge and practical applications in computer architecture, embedded systems, computer networks, artificial intelligence, and systems design. This program welcomes applicants who present bachelor's degree in computer engineering, electrical engineering, computer science, or other closely related fields. For applicants who don't have an adequate background in computer engineering, there may be additional requirements that are requested from the student, at which case we would notify the student during the admission process. In addition to the major requirements, we'll also be requesting a personal statement where you explain how the computer engineering program fits into your career development. And the last requirement for our computer engineering applicants is 2 letters of recommendation. This program welcomes applicants into our fall and spring entry terms only. Now, on the right side of the screen, you get to see what the program curriculum will look like for our computer engineering students. There will be 16 semester hours of required courses. There will also be 8 semester units dedicated to the non-thesis or the thesis option. And the rest of the units will be comprised of elective courses, either through the electrical engineering and computer engineering department or through any other of the options available in any other programs. I did not see anyone showing an interest in computer engineering just yet, but if you do have an interest in this and have any questions, please let us know and we'll tend to those right now that we're in the computer engineering admission requirements. Otherwise, we also will be having Dr. Shu at one of our breakout rooms, and he represents computer engineering, electrical engineering, and systems engineering. So you can also get in touch with him there and ask you questions if you'd like to. Okay, our next program is our electrical engineering program. which offers industry-focused interdisciplinary technical development and covers topics ranging from deep learning and machine learning, autonomous drone systems, and wireless communications. For students interested in our electrical engineering program, we request that students present a bachelor's degree in either electrical engineering, computer engineering, or other closely related fields, which should also include courses in mathematics through 1 year of college calculus, as well as undergraduate courses in electrical engineering such as circuits, electronics, signals and linear systems, and logic design. In addition to that, we'll also be requesting a personal statement where you showcase how the electrical engineering program fits into your career development. And the last requirement is optional, and that is 2 letters of recommendation. For those of you who may be interested in electrical engineering admission here today, this program welcomes applicants into our fall and spring entry terms. Our electrical engineering department also counts with research areas in communication systems, optical engineering, electronic circuits, and computer systems engineering. And on the very bottom of the right side, you get to see the required courses dedicated to electrical engineering, which include microwave engineering antennas, computer architecture with VHDL, and random process, as well as the capstone or thesis project. The rest of the units to get to the 30 will be comprised of elective courses, which can include courses such as embedded systems, optical engineering, digital signal processing, and machine learning. If you have any questions about our electrical engineering program, we can answer those now, or we can also answer those during the breakout sessions as well. Don't see any questions. So we're going to move into our systems engineering program. This program is fully online and offers an interdisciplinary curriculum that blends engineering and management principles to enable our students to apply innovative thinking and solve problems efficiently in the workplace. If you're interested in seeking admission into our systems engineering program, we request that students present a Bachelor's of Science in their dedicated technical area or a Bachelor's of Science in business or related field. And the other type of major that we welcome is a Bachelor's of Arts in Program Management or a related field. In addition to the transcript and major requirements, we'll also be requesting 2 letters of recommendation from past professors or current employers. We'll also be requesting that students upload their resume demonstrating at least 2 years worth of work experience. And the last requirement is a brief personal statement where you discuss how this program in systems engineering fits into your career goals. Our systems engineering program welcomes applicants into our fall, spring, and summer 1 sessions. Now, for those who may be interested in seeking admission into systems engineering, do note that during the application process, you'll also be asked for which technical focus area you are interested in seeking admission within the systems engineering program. So the technical focus areas that we have available are engineering management, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, cybersecurity, aeronautics and space systems, systems engineering, and software architecture. For the technical emphases in engineering management or systems engineering, we welcome applicants with business, finance, economics, or accounting backgrounds to apply into the engineering management or systems engineering focus areas within systems engineering. For all the other technical focus areas, the students will be required to present a Bachelor's of Science in the appropriate technical area to demonstrate related fundamental knowledge from your undergraduate degree. On the next slide here, you'll get to see a breakdown of how the systems engineering curriculum works. There will be a total of 10 classes that are taken, which will be an equivalent of 30 units. There will be 3 courses coming out of the systems engineering curriculum section, 3 courses dedicated to the business of engineering curriculum section, and 3 courses dedicated to your specific technical focus area that you chose during the admission process, whether that's cybersecurity, aeronautics and space systems, or engineering management, to name a few. The last course, the 10th course, will be your capstone project for a total of 30 units, which oftentimes can be 10 courses, but it will definitely be at least 30 units taken at the graduate level. Any questions about our systems engineering program? Just to make mention, this is a fully online program, so students will not be required to be on campus to be part of class time, even though all the services that are available for our students here on campus are also very much available for our systems students. If not, we'll move into the last program that we'll review today, which is our Healthcare Systems Engineering program. This program seeks to aid and improve highly fragmented, ever-evolving healthcare systems. It provides our students with the systems-based solutions and helps manage projects that address industry problems in a broad range of areas. If you're interested in our Healthcare Systems Engineering program, we request that students present a bachelor's degree from a U.S. accredited university. We'll also be looking for at least a 3.0 GPA or higher, and lower GPAs will be considered on a case-by-case basis. We'll also be requesting an essay where you demonstrate your passion for healthcare, and this can be anywhere from 1 to 2 pages. The last requirement is 2 letters of recommendation. Our Healthcare Systems Engineering program welcomes applicants into our summer session 2 and spring entry terms. A little more about our healthcare systems program. This is one of our hybrid programs. So some courses will be on campus, while other courses will be hosted online. And the focus of this program is to provide students with tools to provide rigorous management in a hospital or healthcare setting. Although healthcare experience is not required prior to joining the program, it is definitely encouraged that the student has a commitment and passion for healthcare, which is where you'll get to showcase this during the essay that's required during the admission process. As it's similar to the rest of our programs, this program is also 30 semester credits units worth, which can be approximately 10 courses. And this program can be completed in 1 year. And like I mentioned, some of the courses will be offered online, while other courses will be here on campus. Any questions about our Healthcare Systems Engineering program? We'll keep an eye out for the chat feature if you do have any questions. But if not, we're going to move into our deadlines. We have 4 entry terms. Summer 2, 2025 is our immediate next term that we're still accepting applications for. If you were interested in seeking admission into our Summer 2 entry term, the deadline to submit your application is April 1st, so it's coming up in just a couple of weeks. If you're looking into our Fall 2025 entry term, the deadline to submit your application is July 1st. And if you're thinking about graduate school, but perhaps sometime in 2026, currently we have our open applications for spring 2026 consideration. The deadline to apply is November 1st of this year. And summer session 1 deadline has a deadline of March 1st if you're thinking of joining us for summer session 1 next year. The same deadlines would apply for any calendar year, whether that's 2026, 2027. We understand that oftentimes it takes a while for students to come to decide which program they'll be seeking admission for. So whenever you are ready to submit your LMU application, just you're welcome to reach out to us and we'll be able to clarify what the deadline would be for your preferred entry term. Nevertheless, our graduate application is the same for all programs, and once you reach the program of your choice, then there will be specific questions dedicated to your program of interest. To start your application, we welcome you to log on to graduatestudies.lmu.edu/apply/ to begin your application. You can always come back in and out of the application if you need time to submit it, so long as it's submitted by the deadline. If there are international students here with us today, please note that in addition to the admission requirements that we reviewed for each of our programs, international students will also be required to submit a transcript evaluation for their undergraduate degree in a course-by-course fashion. And we will also be requesting English language proficiency test results during the admission process. And if you have questions about any of these two additional requirements for international students, I'll be able to answer those questions during the breakout rooms if you'd like, or we can also connect offline if you wish. Okay. One thing that we'd like to mention is that here at LMU, we also offer dual degree options for students who are interested in first beginning their Masters of Science or their Masters of Science in Engineering here with us through Seaver College, and eventually finishing off with an MBA from the College of Business Administration here at LMU. Most of our programs participate in the dual degree option, and the way that the program would work is that the student would be receiving 2 degrees from LMU, one from us here at Seaver, whether that's the Masters in Science or the Masters of Science in Engineering, and the second degree would be the MBA. The way that the program is structured, it would become a total of 60 units to complete both degrees. You would start off with your Seaver program here with us and eventually transition into the MBA portion of the program. And it takes approximately 3 years to be completed. You would have a faculty advisor both here with us at Seaver, and you would also have an advisor at the MBA portion of the program as well, so that you know where you stand every semester and what is left to complete the dual degree option. So if you had an interest in pursuing an MBA as well as an engineering or science degree, do know that we offer that option here for you at LMU. I'd also like to make a mention of the certificate programs that we have available here with us today. If you're thinking about graduate school but would rather begin with the certificate program and eventually think about a master's degree, we do have certificate options for each of the programs that are represented here today. So our civil engineering program offers certificates in sustainability, water and wastewater treatment, and water quality management. Our computer science department has certificates in cybersecurity and software architecture. Our healthcare systems engineering program has our lean healthcare system certificate. Our mechanical engineering program has our additive manufacturing certificate, and our systems engineering program has certificates in aeronautics and space systems, engineering project management, and systems engineering. All of our certificates are 3 courses worth, which is an approximately 9 units. And if you complete the certificate and eventually are interested in pursuing a graduate degree with us here at Seaver, oftentimes the 3 courses that are completed at the certificate transition into the master level program for you as well. So you would be left to complete the remainder of the units to get to the 30 master units. The application process for certificates will be requesting an online application completion, that you provide official transcripts, and that you submit a statement of intent for your specific certificate program. We have 4 entry terms as well. The deadlines are for summer 2, April 1st, for fall 2025, July 1st, for spring 2026, the deadline is November 1st, and for summer 1, 2026, next year, the deadline is March 1st. So if you have an interest in taking graduate level work, but maybe not necessarily at a master level just yet, definitely know that we do offer certificate options for you in each of the programs that we have available, and that these courses can transition into your master level program eventually as well. Now, as we get ready to finish the presentation section of our open house here today, I'd like to make a mention of the different types of funding opportunities that we have available here at LMU for our graduate students. So there are different types that we have available, starting off with our graduate assistantships at LMU at large. These are assistantships through different campus offices where you would get to work with that dedicated staff and be provided with the GA oftentimes during the semester or for a full year, and you would be working with that specific office. We also have graduate research assistantships where you get to conduct research with our Seaver faculty, and you would be getting paid for the research that you help support our faculty with. Graduate research assistantships are available, but we ask that students first seek admission into the program before connecting with our faculty to ask about GRA availability. We also offer need-based aid, and we ask that students complete the FAFSA to be considered for need-based aid. Need-based scholarships happen the solicitation happens once the students have been offered admission. You would get invited to apply for the need-based scholarship. We also offer merit scholarship, which the merit scholarship consideration is part of the graduate application process. So if you are interested in seeking merit scholarship funding, be sure to tend to those questions on the graduate application. If you are selected to receive merit funding, it would be part of the admission notification, and you would be provided with the amount that's offered for the merit scholarship. And the last type of funding opportunities that we have for graduate students that we'll mention here today is LMU work, where there is dedicated money for students who are interested in seeking different types of work opportunities across campus and get paid for those hours as well. I mentioned earlier in the presentation that our graduate level programs are 30 units worth. The current tuition cost per unit for the 2024-2025 year is $1,626 per unit, and it's a 30-unit program. The thing to make note of is that you are paying for the units that you are registering for every semester. So if you are admitted and you are enrolled in 6 units during that very first semester that you join LMU, those are the 6 units that you would be getting billed for, along with a few additional fees that will be required from the students. But if in the following semester you decide to only take one class, then that is the one class and the 3 or 4 units that you would be required to pay during that specific term. And that's more or less the structure that you would follow until you meet all the 30-unit requirement, and the associated billing would be dispersed to you every term that you enroll. To learn more about the different financial aid offers that are available at large here at LMU, outside as well, other resources that may be helpful, we have a financial aid website for graduate students that list all of the options available, and you can determine which ones would be applicable for you. And once students have been admitted, we have dedicated staff in the student accounts office that can help students with tuition amounts and payment options so that you can choose the option that better suits your needs as you get ready to start your program with us. Any questions about financial aid? If not, we'll finish off the presentation here by mentioning the different types of resources that are available for our graduate students. We want to make sure that they feel supported in and outside of the classroom, so there will be dedicated staff in our library. We also have an Office of National and International Fellowships. We have the Academic Resource Center, which oftentimes helps students with writing skills, proofreading essays. We have our Office of International Students and Scholars, which works specifically with international students interested in seeking admission to LMU, the visa process, soliciting the I-20 form, the orientation piece, and making sure that your time as an international student is a prosperous one and that you are abiding to visa requirements. We also have a Student Psychological Services, which offers free services to all of our graduate students, whether that's one-on-one counseling or group counseling. And the last one that I'll mention is our Career and Professional Development Office, also known as CPD. We have a staff that works with students to build new resumes, identify new working opportunities, learn how to negotiate a job offer, and also do interview preparation for you. So all of these services are available to our graduate students here at Seaver, and we hope that alongside the courses that you'll take and the experience that you'll have through your graduate program, that you also tap into all of these additional resources offered through various offices here at LMU, and that this is also a way that enhances your graduate education here with us. And that brings us into our Q&A. If there are any questions that we can answer for you, now would be the time to ask. If there are no questions, we can transition into the next part of our open house here today. We have one of our current students, Alejandro Markovich, who is representing our computer science program. And he's here to share with us his experience as one of our current graduate students. So we have a few questions that we've prepared for him. We'll have him share about his experience. And after that, we'll be getting into the breakout session where you can connect with our faculty and you can ask specific questions related to your specific program of interest. But for now, I'm really excited to welcome Alejandro into our open house and have you kick us off with an introduction. If you wouldn't mind sharing your name, the program that you're currently enrolled in, how long you've been in the program, the undergraduate institution that you're coming from, and anything else you'd like to add before we get into the questions we have here for you.
Hi, yeah, as I mentioned before, my name's Alejandro Markovich. I'm currently attending for grad school for computer science. And what was the other thing? My undergrad experience?
Yes, we're your undergraduate institution. Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, prior to this, I was did my undergrad at the University of San Francisco over at San Francisco. And yeah, that's pretty much a little backstory.
Awesome. What was your major at USF?
It was also computer science.
Excellent. Beautiful. So as you were going through your graduate application process, what made you decide to apply to LMU?
So for me, was already applying to LMU for my undergrad beforehand, and also just for me personally, some family situations have kept me in the LA area. So it was more of a thing of like I wanted to pursue my higher learning, and I had to find a location that was just beneficial for me to help my family situation. And LU was one of those options one of the very few options that I can actually go to and apply to and still maintain the good distance from my family.
Excellent. What are you hoping to accomplish in terms of career goals through this computer science graduate degree?
Well, like I said before, I was hoping to improve my higher learning going out of grad school and just to be able to use more resources to get and build up my experience, build up network a bit more with students, and just refine my own skills in my field and just be able to practice it more and yeah, just get some more experience and just be able to talk with people like the student or fellow students or other professors and just learn more a bit more, use the resources that would be provided to me.
Awesome. Can you speak a little more about some specific opportunities that have been afforded through our program here at LMU?
Right. So for my graduate program, I was provided a research assistant position. With working for one of the professor at the school. And I was only provided this through being in the graduate program. It was a opportunity that was provided to me for being a grad student, having that experience behind me, and something I had to kind of seek out and reach for. The initial meeting with Gustavo or the professor was something that was provided because of being a grad student, but it was my own, putting in effort to pursue that was something I was able to acquire before. And it has provided me with a lot more hands-on experience while doing my actual classes, which was really nice.
Excellent. What is the research about?
Oh, so the project Gustavo has me working on is that currently working on reprogramming commercial drones to help analyze and monitor forest fires. So he has me programming both the drone itself or the drones themselves and the program and software that would go into recording data from those drones and analyzing it and using it for other purposes like telling the drone to go to a other location or like taking thermal images and processing those images to figure out exactly what the fire is doing, where it's located at, what the specific like latitude, longitude, all different types of data processing.
Excellent. Besides the graduate research assistantship that you've been offered, are there any other aspects about being part of our program that you have found useful, or maybe a favorite memory that you have as you're getting close to finishing off your program here with us?
Yeah, I think this time around, the a general difference of like going to grad school versus your undergrad was just coming in with a plan, and just a lot more of the professors being, what's the word I'm trying to find? I guess more open. I'm able to talk more about my plans and goals, and as opposed to my undergrad, which was very different, not so I didn't really go in with so much of a, well, I came up with a goal, but like so much of a plan of steps to take. And through classes and just other concerns in my graduate program, um, it was nice to see professors understand like my own work life, my own like between work, school, and other factors. People have been more accommodating, which has been really nice.
Excellent. And I understand you're getting ready to finish your program, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Are you expected to graduate this semester?
yeah. Unless something, left field happens, then yeah, I'm expecting to graduate.
Awesome. What plans do you have after completing your degree?
So right now I'm trying to I'm applying to places similar to with the use of drones to kind of apply what I've learned with Gustavo over the past, I guess, a year and a half, however long I've been on that as a research assistant, and try to really leverage that experience into finding a job locally, or ideally just wherever where it takes me. Um, so trying to remain in contact with a few people I know, just to, I guess, network more, because that's a personal thing that I'm not too good with. So having to step out of my comfort zone and do that has been another challenge on top of that.
Mhm. Okay. And there's always career and professional development here that can always assist with anything that they may be able to help with: resume building, interview preparation, and things like that. So we
Yeah.
definitely hope you've been taking advantage of their services. Now that you are getting ready to finish, as you look back to your graduate experience, is there any advice you would like to share with our prospective students here today as it relates to the application process, or even things to keep in mind as you're thinking about getting into a graduate program?
Yeah, I guess it would be consider what exactly you're trying to get out of it. There's a lot of resources at LMU from like the time I spent as a graduate student that I noticed and checked out. And um, even if something didn't really align with what I was trying to do, it was, I think, beneficial to even just figure out, like check it out and figure it out. Biggest thing I would say is just to really explore those opportunities when they come along. Um, it can result in nothing, or it could result in, your path for the next 6 to whatever months. You really know. Um, but it is, I guess, really just take that extra step to check them out. At the end, it wouldn't really hurt. And I don't know. I guess just be open to trying out some new stuff, getting out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Excellent. Awesome. Any final remarks you'd like to share with the group?
I came in a little not too long ago, so I don't know the extent of everything you talked about and what people's main concern is to go into grad school. Um, but I think overall, I look at my experience here as a just an overall benefit between meeting great people, refining my own individual skills, and just getting some cool opportunities to work on some cool projects. I feel like my time here has been pretty great. Generally no complaints. The people, faculty have been really nice. Yeah, this is generally all I had to say so far.
Awesome. Thank you so much for